So this is like a update video. I had more videos. I had like 2 videos before this, basically talking about like I was just chilling, but I guess I'm not because I just went through some bullshit in my job. Like yesterday, got this like this worker that I was working with on the job, and he just got angry, bro. He's just weird. He's just weird, disrespectful, anger issues. And I'm the type of person where like I just mind my business. I just don't. I just want to do the job and get up out of there, right? But it's like it gets to a point where like you just you do that all the time, and it gets to the point where like you just can't allow somebody to disrespect you, right? And bro was just talking about, oh, like I make more money than your dad. I'm like, you don't even know my dad. Like, what are you talking about? And what does my dad have to deal with this situation? He was mad because I didn't, supposedly I didn't clean something right, and I did. And then he's talking like he want to fight me, and he's white. He be saying the N word. Got no teeth. Lives with his mom in the Bronx. Shit is sad, bro. Right? And the first time I worked with him, he the same shit. Mad, attitude, mad, disrespectful. I ain't say nothing the first time, but the second time, I was not letting that shit slide. And um, man, this is sad, bro. So today, I go to the shop, right? Back, to work, right? And now the boss. Mind you, I don't like calling motherfuckers the boss because that sounds like fucking slavery. You know what I'm saying? Calling another person the boss. Like that's literally the same way of calling somebody your slave master. Anyways, yeah. So man, talking about the first thing he says is you gotta listen to people when they tell you to do something. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? This has nothing to do with the situation. He's disrespecting me. I'm not gonna listen to someone that's disrespecting me. And this is why I'm not meant for a 9 to 5, because how many times are you gonna allow someone to tell you what to do for the rest of your life? You know what I'm saying? Like your whole life is somebody telling you what to do. That's some bullshit, bro. I'm not answering to another man every time. You can't even say shit. You can't even do what you want. Fuck that, man. All right? And now he want to talk about, oh, I gotta apply myself. I gotta do this. He said, I observe. I see you. You're on your phone sitting there doing nothing. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I've been here for 10 months, and now you want to use this situation as a way to talk about my performance? The fuck are you talking about? That wasn't a problem from January 2024 all the way up to now, but all of a sudden it's a problem in 2025? October? Are you serious? I came here, I was with this company in December 17th or something like that. And now it's a problem. 2 months, almost about to be a year. And now you're trying to use the situation to talk about my performance, and you got the nerve to ask me, "What can I do for you?" The fuck? Like, what do you? There's nothing you can do. All right, and then I talk about, oh yeah, I'll have all the proof. I've recorded it. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we talked to him, and this is what I'm talking about, bro. Like it don't matter where you work, it don't matter what you do, bro. There's always be some bullshit, bro. Always. And I'm starting to realize that, like, bro, I'm not saying that every single white person or every single person is racist, right? It's just not true. But it's like when you start to experience certain things for yourself, like really like experience it first on and like firsthand, then it's like then you start to realize that, like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, like this shit really is like how it, like, this is like my dad or everybody who was telling me when I was young and they weren't lying, like this is really how it be, bro. Right? And I remember my professor was like, "Oh, you got to work up the corporate ladder." I'm like, "Bro, why the fuck would I want to work up the corporate ladder? And who gives a fuck about that? And I'm black. That shit don't work. No, corporate ladder don't work for us." And then they always used to make the excuse, oh yeah, you're the young guy, the young guy don't do nothing either. Like they always do this bullshit, bro. Every single time, bro. Every single time. And it's like, bro, I'm not even here to be a fucking plumber, mechanic, and a welder and all this dumbass shit, right? Shit is a waste of time. You like all these people who've been there for years aren't even getting no money. Why they ain't rich? Y'all make sure the economy is running good, but y'all ain't rich. Sad, right? And it's just too much work for one dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most of these guys are going by themselves with no helper, right? So it's like you're doing all this work for, and you still can't even get by. So what's the fuck? What is the point? Your whole life is just your job, right? You can't even take time for yourself. It's not worth it. It's really not. And honestly, like I said, I would never want to be a handyman and all this bullshit because, bro, I've been doing that for almost a year now. Practically, basically a year, bro. And I can say I could be positive, y'all. Not positive, but I can be truth and honest with y'all. That shit is not worth it. Now, if you genuinely like that stuff, then who gives a fuck what I say, right? But if you're someone like me who just wants to have a good ass life where like you do what you want, you don't have to bust your ass, and yeah, you could call me lazy, but no, I just have passion for what I want to do, right? When I know what I want to do, YouTube and all these other things, and I'm you think I'll be lazy with that? No, I'll be having fun. I'll be fucking doing a lot of things, right? I don't want to be busting my ass. And even if those jobs did pay a lot of money, I still wouldn't do it because I have no interest in doing all that dumbass shit. I just don't give a fuck about that. I don't care. I don't care about fixing things. I don't care about doing all. I don't care. I don't care to do all that, bro. It's annoying. It's tedious. It's just a waste of time, right? All they study is money. They don't care about the actual workers itself. Most of these workers are racist. The first week of me joining the job, this white motherfucker want to try and get me fired, bro. All right, and he be like, he was like this, I'm not gonna deny it, bro. I do be saying the N word, bro. You know what I'm saying? I do have black friends, I be saying the N word. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like, bro, you can just. And he's 68 saying this shit, bro. Like it's like you're a old ass man saying this. And like it's really just sad. It really is sad, bro. Because they think they see a like young black kid that think I'm gonna take their job. Motherfucker, I don't even want your job. I don't give a. I don't care. I don't care about your job. I don't care about this job. I don't care. I'm just here to get my money and get up out of here. That's it. And I'm barely even. I'm not even getting bread. I'm only making like $500 a week. Bro, five something, bro. That's nothing. I literally get paid from the last weeks of work. So this Thursday, well today's Thursday. I got paid from my last week work, which is last week Thursday, and then next week Thursday I get paid for this week. That doesn't even make sense. I should be getting paid for every single week that I'm working on Friday. Oh, payroll takes too long. I don't give a fuck. But I bet y'all pay yourselves so fast though, right? Shit is annoying, bro. I swear to God. Like it's like I'm really like, and it's like after even just being there and listening to him what he was telling me, like I felt like, bro, you're disrespecting me because you're now trying to make it seem like I'm not doing shit when I've been here for a year, and you're now telling me how you feel. Why aren't you the quote unquote boss? Shouldn't you just be speaking up and telling me what it is and what it isn't? Why are you afraid to tell me what it is now that you're using this situation as a way to talk about my performance on the job? Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's like these motherfuckers, I'm telling you, they don't care about you, bro. And I don't need people. I don't need them to care for me. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. That's one thing you guys gotta have, bro. I don't care. I never cared about these motherfuckers. I don't care. And I would never will, because I'm not even supposed to meet these motherfuckers in my entire life. I'm only here because like I said, I have to have a job. And that's a sad reality when it comes to New York. Nah, it's not even just New York, bro. It's just life in general, bro. This system made it to where you have to have a job. It's mandatory. You have to work. You have to do this, right? Everybody can be like, "Oh, you have a choice. You have a choice." Yeah, you have a choice to change your life, but that doesn't mean that you have a choice to not work. You still gotta work though, right? you still have to do that. Most people don't want to do that. They just want to chill. And then we live in a system where you're called lazy because you don't want to work. So I'm lazy because I don't want to do what I don't want to do. That makes me lazy. But I can't even do my passion because, for example, your passion is art, but art doesn't pay the bills. You see what I'm saying? That's why most people, when they pick in their little college degrees, they don't pick what they're actually interested in because they have to pick what makes the most money, and that's sad. And that's not how this world is supposed to be made. This world is supposed to be designed that if you have something in your head that's been since you were a kid, it's just been stuck with you. You have a vision about it every single day. That's your passion. That's what you should be investing in. Money is just bullshit. Money is just a concept to divide human beings from just being a passionate person, a creative person. That's why I love content creation, because it allows you to express those things. Yes, there's negatives and positives, but at the end of the day, nothing's perfect. So it don't even matter to even try to criticize on social media, right? A lot of people call people who do social media, oh, get a real job. Like, bro, you're so far gone. You're so conditioned to the system that you think just because somebody's getting money in an easier manner, that they're lazier and they're not working a real job. That's how delusional and dumb you sound. So I had to bust my ass and work like a slave to then call it a real job. Bro, what is the word job even mean? Job. Bro, job is literally the same thing as saying, oh, go pick cotton, bro. Go pick the cotton, you know what I'm saying? Go in the train tracks, right? That's the same shit. Like I said in the beginning of the video, calling your boss. So calling somebody, another man, your boss. Woman, man, it don't matter, right? That's literally what slavery is. Doing something that you have no control over. Yes, I have control over quitting my job and just not giving a fuck. But if I do that, I don't have money. And if I don't have money, how the fuck am I gonna do things? We live in a money dependent society. We live in a car dependent society. If I don't have a car, I can't get nowhere, right? They made it to where and they know what they were doing, bro, because they know everybody's gonna need cars, right? And then they're gonna charge the fuck out of you with the car note. Everything, bro, everything is about greed and money, bro. This whole concept of money is just bullshit, right? That's why I hate the word business. I don't fuck business. I don't give a fuck about, bro. In my alternate world, it's really just people just doing what they love and not worrying about fucking credit cards, cars, all this other unnecessary bullshit in this world that we don't even like. That's unnecessary. I'm not saying cars are a bad invention. I'm just saying that there's too much bullshit attached to having a car. Too much bullshit, especially in this life. Yes, there's just too much bullshit in general to even live. Right? Why do I have to live life where I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta pay this bill? Like, why? Why do I have to have that on my mind? Why can't I just live life freely? My mind is, my subconscious mind is cleared, it's cleansed. There's nothing on my mind I'm thinking about. I don't have to stress at a young age thinking about what's gonna happen, right? I don't have to be like I'm like people. You literally call it a bum because you don't have money, right? You're literally called a bum because a group of people back then created this thing called money, and then now everybody else is just so okay with this shit that we're gonna, oh yeah, let's all work for this piece of paper that we're never gonna have when we die anyways. And then yeah, that's just life. We live in a bot centric world. Everybody conforms, everybody consumes, everybody follows and listens, obeys, never have no no mind for their own. They just want to just do what they want to do and then go about their life. They don't want to be more. They don't want to be more. They just want to keep doing the same routine every day, every day, and that's literally what the system trains you to do. It trains you to be a good slave. A slave that doesn't question anything. A slave that obeys. A slave that just speaks when he's spoken to, gets the job done. Even if you're a good slave, you still don't get no promotion. That's the right. My mom been working at they trying to give her a 75 cent raise. You see what I'm saying? 75 cents? Are you dead ass? Like this world is a joke, bro. And I'm not blaming Earth. I'm not blaming anything else that has anything to do. I'm blaming humans as a whole. And I'm only blaming the humans who did this, who created this shit. They're the evil people. They know what they're doing. Why like I don't understand. How can you be this greedy for something that has no value? Money has no value because us humans gave it value. If millions of people across the world are giving something value, therefore it has value. If millions of people say this one thing has no value, it has no value no more because everyone in the world don't give a fuck about it no more. That's how simple it is to just get rid of all these dumbass systems. Why the fuck are we working 5 days a week? Why? That literally makes no sense. You should be working 3 days a week for 4 hours. It's just like school. You're going to school for 5 days a week for 8 hours, bro. Give me a fucking break. I've been doing that shit since I was a kid. Now it's the same thing when you get older. What, and you expect me to do that until I'm 70? Are you dead ass? So I gotta so you're telling me I get told what to do. I get told what to do. I was born in New York in the United States. I'm black too. So I'm not saying I'm at a disadvantage because I'm my skin color. I'm not gonna victim blame. See, that's what most people do. They victim themselves because of the what they who they are or whatever. But I'm just saying, right? And I get told what to do from my parents. I get told what to do from um school. I get told what to do when I get older from in college, high school, and then when I get a job, I get told what to do. So my whole life is getting me told what to do, and then now I gotta just find a way to make so much money when your teen years was already taken up from the fact that you had to go to school and you got to do fucking homework. Yeah, like it's like your whole life is you got to do this, you got to do this, you do this, do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. But it's never I want to do this. I love doing this. It's never that. You never hear people say this. Everybody always says, "What do you do for a living?" That's is literally the same way of saying, "How do you sell your soul for a living?" What do you how what are you doing to sell your soul? Instead of how what do you do to value your life? How are you valuing your life? What are you doing to value give or add value to your life? Like what are you doing? Who No one says something like that though. It's always the opposite. That's just sad, bro. And I don't want. I'm not trying to sound like an activist or I'm trying to be activist. Bro, listen. I do want to change this world. I want to change this world to the point where like we can just stop this politic bullshit as well. The politics. I don't even know why people are so heavily into this dumbass shit too. Democrats, Republicans, clearly, if it's still, this is what I don't understand. If clearly both were Democrats and Republicans were both presidents at one point, and we're still having the same conversation of making this world quote unquote a better place, that's how you know it's bullshit. Cause bro, it doesn't take that long to make something great, bro. It doesn't, bro. And the funny part is, this world was already great before humans even got here, bro. I keep telling people, humans are our own enemy. We are our own enemies because we do dumbass shit like this. And I'm not saying I gotta stop saying we, cause I ain't a part of this shit. It's them. Why, like all these dumbass regulations and rules and law, bro? Just all this shit needs to just be destroyed and just redone over the Constitution, everything, because clearly that shit don't even work. Because if it did, why is he president? Why do all these other people get away with all this shit? That's why all this shit needs to be burned from the ground down. Because at the end of the day, America was never great. This shit was never great. It was never great, right? That's why I don't even want to call myself an American because it's just a concept. It's just a term. It's not even. It doesn't exist, right? We live on an island, bro. We live on a fucking island, bro. An island that had blood, sweat, and tears and slavery on this shit, bro. You can't build a foundation off something that was fucked up. You can't build something off that. It's impossible. You can't, right? In order to do it, you need to get rid of this whole ideology of, oh, You just gotta get rid of it. It doesn't work. So I'm not gonna waste my time, bro. I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Get out this situation, right? Because at the end of the day, it's just killing me. So I know I went on a crazy rant, but that's just how I feel, bro. This is what this channel is about, bro. This channel is not about no funny like games and all this shit, bro. This channel is about me being real and honest, bro. Going through the ups and downs of life, bro. Right? And everybody always says, "Oh, that's just life." That's not life, bro. This was designed. This was designed. What don't you understand? This shit is all designed. When you have kids, they're gonna be they're all gonna fall into the same trap. That's why you have to get money so they don't. And you should even have kids if you don't have money anyways. And that's the sad part. Really think about it, is woman and man have the power to create life. And we can't even do that because of a piece of paper. We can't even give life because of a piece of paper. Really think about that shit. We can't even give opportunity for a kid to at least experience what life is like because of a piece of paper. Why would I want to bring a kid into this world that's racist, that has all these other nasty things about it, and then greed, fame, celebrities, all these worshiping weirdos, selling their soul, right? What are all these people without all this money? What are all these people? People, those are just people who have passion about things that they like. That's it. But they get praised because they have money, right? Well, just watch, like, say for example, you become famous and you're getting all this money. All now all the celebrities want to start hanging with you, right? They wouldn't do that shit if you. They would not. They would, bro. They would treat you like shit. I'm not saying they would treat you like shit, but they would just treat you like a regular person. If you didn't have what they have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Nike wouldn't give you a random person a deal. You gotta be somebody. You gotta be a somebody, right? And we live in a society where you're not a somebody until you have this, until you have that money, right? That's the type of world we live in. You gotta have something like this to be at least valued in life, to at least be a somebody. I'm tired of being tired of tired. Like, I'm literally tired of being tired of being tired of thinking about being tired and just tired. Yo, I'm just done, bro.